special edition.
Well, let's begin the broadcast with our debate number one. Congress MP Shashi Tharoor has stoked a massive controversy, and this after he berated the Modi government and India's COVID fight back at a podium in Pakistan. Tharoor said that the Indian government was complacent in fighting COVID and also gave the Tablighi Jamaat a clean chit. The BJP lashed out at the Congress MP, asking why he was defaming India in Pakistan. And before we head into the debate, let's listen in to Shashi Tharoor and take a look at this report.
Former union minister, an astute politician and a three-time parliamentarian. Shashi Tharoor has been a vocal critic of the Modi government over the last 6 years. But this time, he may have chosen the wrong platform. While addressing a virtual session of the Lahore Lit Fest, the Congress MP took on the Modi government and called his government's handling of the pandemic complacent. He praised his party MP and a close aide for his foresight in warning the central government.
Actually, it's paradoxical that the government in India is not doing well, and people realize they're not doing well in terms of managing COVID. But the polls suggest that it's not hurt them politically as it should. So we in the opposition do point out that, for example, the Congress leader Rahul Gandhi had mentioned as early as February that COVID had to be taken more serious, and the government was taking it, and that preventive measures had to be put in place immediately. The government was not only complacent, the following month they invited President Trump for a grand reception in Ahmedabad and brought him to Delhi and made a huge fuss about him with lots of crowds lining the streets.
The MP went one step ahead to rake up the Tablighi Jamaat event earlier this year and how it was used by many in the country to discriminate against Muslims as a community.
In India, we've had a similar problem with our northeastern citizens who do look a bit different. And we've seen the kind of bigotry and prejudice that some of us are fighting against in India arising again because of the pandemic. A Puritan Islamic sect, the Tablighi Jamaat, had held a major gathering just before the first lockdown in India, whose attendees spread the infection to many states when they returned home. And this was used to justify open bigotry and discrimination against Muslims.
His comments have now triggered a massive debate, with the BJP making this Congress's anti-India stand. Accusing the MP and his party of giving Pakistan a handle, the BJP demanded an apology from the grand old party. But the Congress came out in complete defense of Shashi Tharoor.
पाकिस्तान के लोग आपको बहुत प्यार कर रहे हैं. आप क्या अगली बार वहीं से चुनाव लड़ने का सोच रहे हैं? राहुल गांधी, आप सच बताइए. पी चिदम्बरम उनके साथ, शशि थरूर उनके साथ, अधीर रंजन चौधरी उनके लिए बोल रहे हैं, क्योंकि वो अब चाहते हैं कि वो पाकिस्तान से चुनाव लड़े, और एक तरह से डेब्यूट रैली हो चुका है शशि थरूर द्वारा. तो आज से मैं राहुल गांधी को राहुल लाहौरी बोलने वाला हूं.
If somebody is praising a particular achievement or pointing to a particular area of activity in which you are laggard in India, and to call that person someone who should stand for elections from Pakistan, I think is to ridicule the debate, is to diminish us as a democracy. They actually show the hollowness of your intellectual ability to deal with the areas where you are completely a failure.
Congress's allies too, finding nothing wrong in his comments on a park platform.
Well, this is what the Congress MP believes, and according to him, this is the true position. And if it is a true position and according to him it is the truth as he believes, then the truth is the same whether it is in Lahore or it is in Mumbai or Delhi or anywhere else. So if he has spoken in Lahore literary function, well, we can't fault him because that is what his party's stand is. And that is what they have been saying in the country several times in the past 6 months or thereabout.
Now, this is not the first time that Congress has played into Pakistan's hands. In the past, Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has quoted straight from the speeches made by Congress leaders. From the Gandhis to former Union Minister P. Chidambaram to Congress MP Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary, Pakistan has often taken cue from India's principal opposition party. Why then give our hostile neighbour any opportunity to meddle in our affairs? Bureau Report, Times Now.
You're watching the News Hour Special Edition, Debate Number 1 on Times Now, Super Prime Time.
All right, let's open this up and go across to our guests. Tonight we are joined by R.P. Singh, National Secretary of the BJP. We have with us Rami Desai, an author. Ashutosh Mishra, political analyst, joins us along with Dr. Dinesh Varshney, leader of the CPI, and Manasvi Thapar, lawyer and also a political analyst. Good evening to all of you. Let me first go across to Mr. Manasvi Thapar. Mr. Manasvi Thapar, ever since Shashi Tharoor spoke at the Lit Fest and made that comment, several questions are being asked of the Congress party. Many want to know what is this obsession of the Congress party with Pakistan. Many also want to know who is it that the Congress party is trying to appease there in Pakistan by trying to defame. That's the allegation, that you're defaming India.
Thank you, Swati, for your question. The platform definitely can be questioned, but the content is not questionable at all. As of now, when we speak, we have crossed 21 lakh cases in India. 42,000 people have died in India. Obviously, this is the truth, and the truth cannot be denied. The platform would be questionable. Obviously, it's Pakistan, it's an enemy state. We have always had a dispute whenever there's a person speaking, be it LK Advani ji or Shashi Tharoor ji. Whenever people have spoken in Pakistan, people have questioned the person speaking in Pakistan. But the content does not change. If for a matter of fact, 22nd or 23rd March, when the lockdown was announced, if we would have announced the lockdown a month before, three things would not have happened. Number one, Namaste Trump would not happen. Number two, MP Sarkar would not have happened. Number three, Tablighi Jamaat would not have happened. And the
Manasvi, a counter to that would be that the WHO itself recognized the entire situation as a pandemic situation on 11th of March, giving very little time to the government. That would be one of the counters.
Swati, 30th January 2020, the first COVID case came to India, and world over we had seen the situation of what was happening in the world, and definitely the people in power needs to answer. The problem is asking the question. Before 2014 was considered nationalism, but right now asking a question to the people in power.
Okay, let's take a counter to that very point. So, Mr. R.P. Singh, questions if asked to the government, are they anti-national? Does one become anti-India if they criticize the government? That's the defense coming in.
Well, Swati, issue is they can raise questions. They have all the right to raise questions. They have parliament here. They have Indian channels here to discuss and raise questions. But the issue is what platform are you using? And that Manasvi has tried to skip that. Are you using
he said the platform can be questioned.
Literary festival?
To be fair to him, he said the platform can be questioned.
No, the issue is question. Can I, Swati?
Yes, absolutely.
The question is that only, that what platform do you use? I mean, I'm saying, yes, they have all the right to question that in India. But why use the platform in Pakistan to please Pakistan? That's the problem. The Congress leaders have been throughout doing that. Whether it was Salman Khurshid, whether it was Manishankar Ayyar who went and said, we need your help to conquer Modi, and or whether Salman Khurshid who went and kneeled down in front of Nawaz Sharif and said, you are the person who can get us peace in this region. So that's the problem. What platform? And then Adhir Ranjan Da and also Chidambaram, for that, P. Chidambaram, they have been raising questions which is question to the Indians' integrity. I mean, and why to raise questions outside? All the
it's not just a...
And it looks more like that. Can I complete?
Okay.
No, it looks like they are trying to placate Pakistan. I mean, they have been briefed by. There have been many times when something is being said in Pakistan, similar thing is being raised by Indian leaders like Adhir Ranjan and Rahul Gandhi.
So what leaders here in India say resonates in Pakistan and vice versa. That's what Mr. R.P. Singh is trying to say, Ashutosh ji. There are several other facts that are coming to the fore now that Shashi Tharoor has chosen to ignore. He said, discrimination against the Muslim community came to light after Tablighi Jamaat, was highlighted after the COVID scare. But the fact is that 25% of the cases in the month of April were linked to Tablighi Jamaat, to the congregation, I would say. Why did Mr. Tharoor choose to ignore that?
So there are 2 points I want to make. First of all, I heard Mr. R.P. Singh speak about trying to please Pakistan. Now, that is an accusation which, if it's true, is about BJP leaders. As soon as they come to power, Pakistan matha tekne jate hain. Narendra Modi was the Begani Shadi mein Abdullah Diwana and Nawaz Sharif's granddaughter's wedding. Advani ji went to the Jinnah's mausoleum and called him a great man. And who can forget pilgrimage of Atal Bihari Vajpayee, तो वो तो उनको तो अटल लाहौर ही कहेंगे नहीं, संबित पात्रा
की बात नहीं हो रही है ना पाकिस्तान के साथ.
Coming back to Tablighi Jamaat, Justice Lokur in another case observed that in India what we are seeing is use and misuse of law. That is very evident. And especially in case of Tablighi Jamaat, Bombay High Court has pulled up the government concern, and even Justice Bobde in a related matter spoke about how Tablighi Jamaat is being hounded by the media. So Tablighi Jamaat, it's very clear that it was plain politics by the BJP government.
Okay.
Because its USP is playing Hindu-Muslim.
Okay.
And they have to
so,
use that
the argument, the other side of the argument, Ms. Desai, is that what is the harm in questioning the government? What is wrong if an MP, if a member of parliament chose the Lit Fest in Pakistan to speak about, or rather against, the policies of this government?
Good evening, Swati. I think, we're missing the point here. India, for the first time, is in a very, very precarious position where national security is concerned. And Shashi Tharoor, being an old hand at politics, should know this, that, using a platform that is an enemy platform to gain international mileage is against the integrity of this country, is against the national security of this country. And all of this is done under the guise of freedom of speech. All of this is done. Excuses are made that, of course, we can say this, it's a literature festival, how does it matter? We are condemning the government and their actions. That doesn't matter. You're making the country look bad on an enemy platform. And this freedom of speech, I would like to ask Shashi Tharoor, where was his freedom of speech, his great linguistic skills, his reach to the international community when minorities in Pakistan were being mistreated and are still being mistreated, where young Hindu girls are being abducted, where they're being raped and murdered? Where was his condemnation of that? He could have used this platform to condemn what is happening in Pakistan.
Okay, that's a very interesting point that you're making. Let me take a counter from Dr. Dinesh Varshney. Dr. Dinesh Varshney, the allegation is that Shashi Tharoor was mocking India at a time when WHO has appreciated the timely intervention or action taken by India.
Look, Swati, as an academic, as an opposition political leader, wherever in the world, whether it is Pakistan or Israel or America or Russia, if I speak on an academic platform or any hall meeting or any meeting, I am not supposed to use this demagogy. I am supposed to state the facts. And fact reveals, yes, India did mismanage the COVID-19. This is also a fact. The testing rate in India was the worst in the beginning. We do not have even the PPE kits and the injection syringes and even Dettol for the hospitals. And this is also a fact. The states were left to the mercy of the God to deal with the COVID. And demagogy was used to have the thali bajao, light jalao. These are not the treatment for COVID. You are supposed to create the infrastructure during lockdown for medical health and other things. So I am not supposed to speak at demagogy. Number two, what about Tablighi Jamaat? Tablighi Jamaat, the Maulana, Chief Maulana said that everybody knows in the government where am I hiding. And everybody knows there was a news in the social media as well as in newspapers. Our NSA chief visited the Tablighi Jamaat office in the middle of the night when the soup happened there.
But Mr. Dinesh Varshney, if we are only supposed to state facts.
Trump in his, just a minute, one more fact, Swati, one more fact. Even President Trump in one of the election rallies recently has said that I could not manage the COVID-19 treatment in America because India, China and one more nation he named did not give me the real data.
Okay. Now let me.
Will you allow this thing to?
Okay, let's go back to that one point you made, and I'll take.
You are not supposed to go for demagogy.
Okay, then Manasvi Thapar, if we are only supposed to state facts during such interactions on such platforms, why not talk about the recovery rate, which is the highest in this country? Why not talk about the death toll, which is far too less if you compare it with other countries?
Swati ji, we need to understand that government is answerable. The problem when it happens is whenever a question or anyone asks a question to the government. What they term is that they are anti-national. And for the first time, this is a big mistake. What the BJP members or BJP supporters try to say that the first time the Indian security, the national security, is being taken up properly. So are we saying Lal Bahadur Shastri did not take care of the Indian national security? Are we saying VP Singh never took
question? Why don't you state the recovery rate in this country? Why don't you talk about the decline in the positivity rate? Why don't you talk about the death toll, which is the lowest in the country? That is also part of the fact, a part of the numbers, right?
Obviously, we need to speak out the complete facts, and these are complete facts, be it the death rate or the recovery rate, which is the best in India, and that is a factual proposition. We can't deny that, and simultaneously, we cannot deny the fact that the preparedness of the Indian government was wrong.
The fact that it was never mentioned would make one question, Ashutosh ji. ये सिलेक्टिव तथ्य पेश करने की कोशिश थी क्या? सिलेक्टिव फैक्ट्स, सिलेक्टिव आउटरीच.
So this is not selective outrage. The facts and figures that you present to the world are questioned even by Mr. Modi's closest friend, Donald Trump. He has very clearly said that he placed India along with Russia and China.
From Donald Trump before we release these figures.
The ground reality.
We don't need an approval from America before we release these pictures. No, sir, we don't need an approval from America before we release the data.
What do you have? Do you have real figures? What's happening on the ground? It's not there. There are cases where it said that the deaths are underreported, and at times the deaths, instead of being said that it's due to COVID, it's due to comorbidity.
Okay, you're saying there are loopholes in that as well. Let's take a break, and then I'll take a counter from RP Singh and from Ms. Desai as well. Mr. Vashni, I'll come to you after break. Sir, a very quick break on the broadcast.
The News Hour Special Edition will be right back after this break.